Today is April the 24th, and we've come here to St Peter's Churchyard in Haresfield. There are two reasons we've come here. One, because the Tailor of Gloucester is buried here, and two, because on St Mark's Eve, strange things happen in graveyards. Amongst these graves is one belonging to the Tailor of Gloucester. Many of you might have heard of him in the tale by Beatrix Potter. In Beatrix Potter's version, mice mysteriously finish the mayor's wedding suit that the poor tailor is too sick to finish. The true story of the Tailor of Gloucester is that his workers got a little bit drunk on Saturday night. They went out partying in Gloucester town centre. So they spent the night in the tailor's shop. But in the morning, they woke up with dreadful hangovers. They were going to make their way home, but just outside, crowds were walking past on their way to the nearby cathedral. They decided it probably wasn't the best thing to be seen coming out of the tailor's shop, staggering around with hangovers amidst all the churchgoers. So they went back into the shop and decided to hide out there for the whole of Sunday. Of course, they needed to do something to pass the time, and seeing the mayor's coat unfinished, they decided to finish it off. It wasn't mice that did the job, it was just a bunch of drunks with hangovers. The story is on St Mark's Eve that if you stay in a graveyard at midnight, you'll see wraiths appear from the ground and walking through. Some of them will sink into the graves. The story is, people who are going to die in the following year will walk into the graveyard and visit their graves. Wraiths that you see passing through the graveyard, in one side and out the other, are people who will fall seriously ill, but are going to survive. One word of caution though, if you do stay in a graveyard at midnight on St Mark's Eve, if you fall asleep for even one moment, you won't wake up. I have to say, it is quite comfy sitting in here on these very attractive tabletop tombs. And at midnight, do I believe that wraiths are going to appear and wander through the graveyard, disappearing into graves? Not really. Am I going to stay here till midnight to wait and see if that happens? No chance.